afternoon, folks. It is Thursday, October 3rd. We are going to try some beans here. We've been kind of wet over the past week. I guess kind of thankfully it's been really dry, so I guess I'm very appreciative to have actually gotten the rain. But haven't been able to do anything because it's been raining. But got the combine fueled up, greased up. I have to do my settings real quick, so I'm gonna have to mess with that for a second here. Let's see, rotor speed. I'm gonna set that up to 750 is where I'm gonna hit with it. Book calls for a little less than that, but we found here in Northeast Ohio to set the rotor just a little faster than what the factory spec is in order to get the beans to thresh out as well as we would like them to. But anyway, it's going to set our rotor speed to 750 RPM. Going to set our fan speed to cranked to blow all the dirt out. And we're going to run some beans here and see what they test. Locally, I haven't seen anybody do any beans in the past 7 days here. The neighbors ran some beans last week. Had a shot of dry weather there. We actually made some fourth cutting hay, and they ran beans. So we're going to see what we can make happen here this week, now that the rain has passed. So got everything set where I want her. We're going to go ahead and put the head down and see what we can make happen here. Don't know how dry they'll be yet. I know one thing I didn't do. I didn't set my header to auto. Rail speed's auto. Been a year since I ran beans. It's going to take me a minute to get her back in shape for what I'm supposed to have set. But that sounds a little tough. We'll see what happens here. Of course, that was the outside of the field here. I got dust rolling. Doesn't necessarily mean anything, but I got dust rolling. Folks, we'll see what happens here, but kind of sounding a little tough as of this moment in time. Beans still have a lot of green stems, and that rain we just had probably did not help my goal here to get started. Alright, what's the beans on this thing? Soybean setting 5. I'm going to say 20.
16.
Well, I'm 1.3 off. There's 2.7 off. It's 18.7.
Little time.
You think today? So just let it sit for a little bit?
Yep.
Is it alright if I shut this off here, or you want it moved?
Leave it right where it is.
Okay. Well, since the beans are a little on the wet side, we're going to switch things around here a little bit and work on one of the projects we've been working on here on the side when we've had weather that's been kind of inclement and didn't work out for harvest or anything like that. So I'm going to grab my bucket of tools I just set here and my water jug, and we're going to show you what we've been working on here lately. Well, we didn't film any of it. Probably should have. Every single time we thought we probably should have a camera. We were partway through what we were doing. So this is the back of the freestall barn. So we got beef cattle on the front half here. And the back half we've been using for about a year here, storing trailer. Now we got a header wagon over there. We got the SV300 here. We're not making hay at the moment, so it's sitting here. So we've gone through here. We've removed all the stalls. And now we're working on taking out the brisket boards. So that side we did this morning. Had a little time to kill. Came over here and took out these plastic brisket boards. So I did that side and this side. The beefers are all going to run now that we're in here messing around. Now we're going to work on taking out this side. So the plan here is to eventually, once we get all these mats out of here, get the brisket boards out, we're going to rent a hydraulic hammer, and we're going to come in here, we're going to bust out the concrete where the stalls are. We're leaving the alleys. We're going to take out where the stalls are because it's raised over the floor. And I guess the thought process here is we're going to use the back half of this building right now for machinery storage and potentially hay storage. And then in the future, I don't know, we might end up demoing this half of the barn. That's kind of something that we've been conversing. We don't know if we're going to do it or not, but demoing that half or whatever. Someday there might be a drive-through feed barn in here, or this might just all be machinery storage. We don't know. But right now, the back half is not being utilized to the best of our capabilities, so we're going to get rid of all this nonsense that we're not using anyways. The front half's got our beefers in it, and we're going to keep our beefers up there. We got beef cattle on 3 different farms, so these are our finishers down here. Mom and Dad's place, we got breed cattle. So, and we got a bull down there breeding. West Farm, we've got some younger, probably getting about feeder age now, some heifers and stuff that are eventually going to end up down at the North Farm once they're breeding age, and let the bull do his thing there. We've talked about off-snicking them and doing all that. We haven't quite determined if we're going to AI some of those or if we're going to send them, boy, I can speak, send them all down there with a bull. But I'm going to quit yapping here and get to work. Dad's got the cordless grinder. What we're doing now is taking out these rivets. There's rivets that hold this plastic brisket board down. We only have one cordless grinder. All mine are corded. I'm buying a cordless, but I gotta sell some junk first. Anywho's, hopefully sell some junk this evening and then go buy one. But anyways, I'm using a hammer and a chisel and just busting the heads off. So I'm gonna get to work here and quit yapping. We're back out here again. Had a brief intermission there. We went and worked on the freestall barn project. Came back out here. It's been, I don't know, about an hour and a half, something like that, since I was out here. See what it samples now. Once I get back to the south end of this field, we'll pull a sample, see what she says. It was 18.7 before. We'll see. Should be nice if it was down closer to 16. 15.9, so.
Load.
You want to run?
If you want to go with me, I'm getting it right up to the truck. I'll bring it down. I'm going to have it headed in.
Okay.
So we can back. I don't know if you'll have a load ready.
What time do they close?
4:30.
What time is it?
I guess you might. You
Yeah.
give me your...
Yeah, I'll probably have a load, but I'll regardless, I can run it up with you, I guess. Yeah, I should have a load, I think. Here shortly. I've about got a hopper now.
Okay.
Dad just got back from hauling the first load uptown. The elevator uptown here says they're 15.3, so we're going to keep on boogieing. I'll probably finish this field this evening, and then we'll probably re-gear in the morning, set the auger up to the bin, and start dumping it home, because if we're running today, that means tomorrow everybody in the county is going to be running. So I'm not going to sit uptown here forever waiting in line to dump grain when we've got bins on farm that we store grain in. So we will probably retool, get everything set up at the north farm. The auger's already in place. It's just a matter of getting the bin opened up and getting our loader down in place and getting the tractor and swing auger and all that fun stuff hooked up to it. And we will get geared up for that and start dumping it home, in hopes that this winter we can make a little bit more money on beans than what current market price is, because commodity prices are trash, as I'm sure most of you know. This field up, I'm going to sneak a bonus load in. I'm going to head across the west farm. I got a field back there behind the machinery shed, real easy to get to. Dad just put a wagon there, so I'll go ahead and get that one full too, and I guess that'll be my bonus load for the day. And then I got a couple people coming this evening for hay and all sorts of stuff, so I'm going to have to shut her down anyways. So we'll go deal with all that and hit her hard tomorrow. Well, just like that, the sun is down already, pretty much. Got another 15 minutes of light, and then it'll be out. So, got that extra load loaded up over there at the west farm. So I'm going to throw the transport bar in this thing so it doesn't fall down overnight. And I got a gentleman on the way for some parts I got listed, so we will get him squared away. Dad went ahead and handled the hay customer for me because I was still running beans. So, yeah, air conditioner actually works pretty decent in there now. I'm actually really cold. The sun is headed down though, so it is cooling off. It's probably pushing 60 degrees right now. I'm gonna guess somewhere close to that. So, I guess gonna wrap things up here for the night, and first thing in the morning, like I said, we're gonna get the stuff at the north farm switched around and geared up for putting beans in the bin, and we'll start that process. And don't mind the squeaky doors. 410 trucks, I tell you. Somebody at Ram really dropped the ball. They should have put nylon bushings in those door pins, or they should have put grease zerks or ball bearings, anything you name. Just not steel on steel. Anywho, so I'm gonna wrap things up, call today, and first thing in the morning, switch things around for binning and hit her hard again.